this video is I want to go through and I'm going to give you a brief outline of how the process by which you sign up a client who is going to spend 100,000 or more per month in fees. These are your really high ticket clients. These are going to be usually PLCs, publicly traded company, or it's going to be a big limited company. These won't be sole traders or small little companies. You sometimes get companies that are very advertising intensive companies, say like lawyers out in America. They're kind of smallish in size of people, but they're very high in advertising spend. So some of those will actually spend very big sums. But what you have to understand is that now you're not dealing with someone that's just buying off you. You're dealing with a procurement process. And what people don't really understand is how this is a lot different. I do a lot of the courses that are sold by my competitors, and I realise these people have never actually ever done any big deals, because they keep sitting there saying, well, like, look, you can do this all via inbound traffic, stuff like this. You can't. And virtually none of them talk about what are called requests for proposals, which are RFPs. If you want to see, having RFPs written is a very big, it's a job that people actually have. If you go onto Google and just search for requests for proposal jobs, you will see there are thousands of listings where people will write these out. They then put them into the procurement sourcing platform, and that is what you have got to get access to. And in this, I'm going to show you how you do it. So what you have, first of all, is you have a lead that's going to be generated. And that's typically, the only ways I know of doing it are via PPC and relationship marketing. So you get the lead in. You don't just go straight to a discovery call, right? In the first meeting, what you've got to do, you've got to show them your portfolio, stuff like this, talk with them. It's basically a job interview, right? And you've got to ask them for you to be put onto the PSL list, which is the preferred supplier list. Once you are on the preferred supplier list, you will get access to the procurement sourcing platform, right? And in the procurement sourcing platform, you will see RFPs, right? Request for proposal. What you will do is you will then reply to them and you will pitch to them. A lot of the RFPs, and the actual bulk of them, will just be like a job like campaign setup, really easy, 5 to 10 grand's worth of work, right? Really, really easy. And all you will do for that one, you may have a discovery call. It will have on the RFP, it will have the details of the person you talk to, right? If it sits there and says, if you need further details, but you'll talk to them, whatever, may have a call. Typically, if it's a smaller, and the small here will be 5 to 10 grand, right? Then if you have the big campaigns, you will then go through it will have a list of stakeholders, right? And what you will do is it will typically have business stakeholder. Say it's for the sales department, it will have the sales stakeholder. They may have design already in there, so you're going to have a design stakeholder, then technical stakeholder. These are the stakeholders that you have. What you need to do is set meetings up with each of these, and I show this in the other course on how you write a product requirements document, right? So after you've had each meeting with one of these people, you will then write a product requirements document that you will present to them. And what you then do is you then move to what is the solution presentation. This is a 1 hour meeting. You will show them the avatars and personas that you've probably will have created. You have a breakdown of the business buying process, whatever, and you will have analysing of the market and competition. What you need to also do here is go through with each stakeholder, just sit there and say, here is the product requirement document, and just talk it through with them, because you need to get sign off on each of the stakeholders. So that's typically an hour, where you will actually, they will say, yeah, that's fine. You will then move towards your pitch and final presentation. That could be 2-3 hours. It may even be longer. And you will then move at the end to the pitch Q&A. Just questions and answers. And at the end of that, hopefully, you should then move to contract sign and work commence. I am going to break this all down into little sections, but this is the overview of how you sign a client who will pay over 100 grand a month. Okay, so what I want you to do is just note this is the process by which it's done. And now I will move on and I'll break down each section. Okay,